Hey guys, this is Iron Rip Bison. You're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
And we are wrestling with the WWE Royal Rumble 2022 review. It was last Saturday. It took place in St. Louis, Missouri at the Dome at American Center. The attendance was 44,390. And a lot of controversy surrounds this show, but usually this is the part where I ask you guys what are your thoughts. I'll start it off. What was everybody expecting? We got Mickey James in the show because they literally had nobody else to be in the Women's Royal Rumble, and then we were speculating. Oh well, if the Forbidden Doors open, then we're gonna get Moose and John Moxley and Cody, and hey, CM Punk will be there for some reason, and let's throw MJF in there for shits and giggles, and you I kind of feel like everybody had these unrealistic expectations, not realizing that this is WWE and WWE would only put WWE stars in their show because why? They're WWE. Again, the only reason Mickey James wasn't in it was because they had nobody else. And they needed somebody of name value in their Royal Rumble. And again, what was you expecting? So, Scooter, you tell me.
First of all, no, we weren't expecting Mox. I mean, come on.
Some people was.
WWE says Mox and throws in, oh my god, that's a clue! That's a clue! The only realistic name out of that bunch was Moose. And I still think Moose is WWE bound.
So, buddy, so is Jay White.
No, Jay White's not. No. It's there's something in the bones about it. I mean, you know what? Mark my words. Moose is WWE bound. I mean, about a half hour or so last night before Smackdown, I immediately tweeted out a surprise that I got word on. And that came true, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, mark my words, Moose will be WWE bound. Yes, fans might have unrealistic expectations, but guess what? Pro wrestling is a business full of unrealistic expectations. It's what it was built on.
Very true.
So, okay. Yeah, they could expect it, they might think it, but they can't complain. Oh, they said, no one's going around saying, oh, they promised, they promised. No, it was creative. It was creative marketing and working of the fans. You know what? It is probably the maybe the largest treading. I wouldn't even say smashing the forbidden door, I would say it was smashing the kayfabe door.
Hmm. Well, I will say about the show as itself, with no expectations, it wasn't a bad show. It was pretty decent, especially with surprises and story. Storytelling. It was probably an A+ with how they put that common thread through the whole show. But we'll get into that in a bit. Kaliko, your thoughts on the show?
There's two views of this, right? To the hardcore fan, they thought this was the worst show on the fucking planet. And you want to know why? Because it felt predictable, right? But to the casual viewer, watching two UFC motherfuckers that you know by name winning this, it it captured more eyes of the people who are more likely to buy WrestleMania out of casualness than the hardcore fan. That's exactly what it was. Because we knew, I mean, come on, us three have been combined 130,000 years of watching wrestling. But to the people who are in and out, like in and out, in at Rumble, out at Mania, in at Rumble, out at Mania, that's the eyeballs they need to get to 100,000.
Not wrong about that.
Uh, I would say it wasn't predictable up until number 30.
Dude, it was predictable. We'll get there, but it was predictable as soon as I saw a motherfucker reach his hand out.
Alright, let's get into it. The first match out, we got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. The match was 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Seth Rollins won by disqualification. Which kind of makes sense, but it kind of takes the wind out of your sails because it ends in disqualification for what was a really good build up to a match. But Seth Rollins still undefeated against Roman Reigns when it comes to these big matches. So I kind of get where they was going there. What say you, Kaliko?
This match, from the storytelling aspect, from beginning to end, including the wrestling, is my match of the year. That shit
Wow.
is phenomenally done. The fact that Seth comes out in the shield gear that gets in his head, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Roman actually even looks startled enough for it to happen, right?
Yeah.
The cues of everything. Seth flipping over the rail just like old times. Seth doing the shield bomb on Roman at the table. Little knickknacks and shit talking that happens in between. The fact that Seth tried to reach his hand out and do the shield fist bump. Seth wins, of course, and then protected Seth. Even after the match, the way Roman beat Seth, the way Seth beat Roman at when they broke up, everything about that match was done perfectly to a T from a storyteller. But the best storytelling match of 2022 so far.
What say you, Scooter?
If this wasn't a disqualification, everything about this match screamed WrestleMania.
Right.
It really did. That that uh that the Seth using the Shield entrance for psychological warfare. That you can't tell me that's not a WrestleMania worthy throwback.
If it's going to be Brock and Reigns at Mania, why not go draw it back to 31 and have it be a triple threat? Throw Sutton there, right?
Mm,
No.
because I'll tell you why. Because I think most likely Seth is gonna be WWE champion going into it,
Hmm. No,
and
they're not taking the belt off Reigns. The only reason I would say that they won't do that is because we had Edge
no,
and Bryan this year before.
I didn't say Universal Champion.
Oh, okay.
I said WWE champion.
Interesting. But then you don't have two title matches at Mania. But since that's what everyone.
I'm putting my money on Rollins and Owens.
Hmm, I think that's a kind of wait and see moment because they are giving up for all this shit. Alright. Um. Now, we go to the Dirty Women Royal Rumble match. God knows we talked about this to death. Ronda Rousey won by eliminating Charlotte Flair for the end. It lasted 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Scooter, your thoughts on the match?
Man, fuck Ronda Rousey.
I gave you the option to change to Ronda hours before the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were wrestling Jesus.
Um, yeah, sure, I'll take that.
Well, again, then I guess that makes me wrestling Moses. 'Cause I'm Jewish!
Hey man, you look your truth. Do whatever you
Uh,
want to.
God, God damn it. Ugh. Oh, it's tacky to me. It is fucking tacky that, oh, that, what, oh. Like, and especially with everything that, like, happened, at last night, honestly, I would have bought more if Charlotte won and decided to choose Ronda.
But then Charlotte becomes a two-time Royal Rumble winner, and then you say, "Oh, well, it's the same recycled people."
But it's something unique that has not been done before in terms of Rumble history. And that's what the Rumble is.
Not wrong about that.
Like, oh, great. I mean, it's nice that, for the last Royal Rumble she'll be at, she gets to point at the WrestleMania sign like she did when she made her debut.
Just throwing it back.
Uh, the question is is Ronda going to commit to being a full-time champion, let alone superstar, this time around?
I mean, she was pretty consistent her first time around. She was there for a good year until she decided to vanish. But I don't think
Well,
that they would have brought her back if they didn't think that she was going to commit to it. And I mean, she has a contract. That's why they have contracts.
she should have kept an aspirin between her legs.
Bullshit. She ain't commit. She committing the mania, nigga. All them pictures of her with her kid baby and breastfeeding her baby and shit. She committing to the end of the April fucking 1st, my nigga. My G, she committed to the end of April, or the beginning of April to get that check.
By the way, you can find those pics on Ronda Rousey's OnlyFans.
What say you, Kaliko, about the Women's Royal Rumble?
The Royal Rumble. Honestly, I thought it was okay. It wasn't was it the greatest Royal Rumble? No.
No, the
I
greatest
feel
Royal
like,
Rumble was in Saudi Arabia.
of course, yeah. Of course it was. I think this Royal Rumble was basically done to set up the stories. It set up the Naomi, it furthered the Naomi Sonya story. Um, Bianca looks strong. Um, Bianca looks strong as a heavy contender. It's basically started the genesis story of Ronda Charlotte. Um, Sasha, we'll see where she goes with it. I wouldn't be surprised if Sasha Becky was at Mania. So it told some stories and it got some people in and it got some people out. Mickey James, I wouldn't say that she was there because they didn't have enough people. I think they put her there because they want to do right by her based on what happened with the whole trash bag situation shit. But the question is, what is Impact going to do after WWE literally used their platform to put her in Impact over? Um, so yeah, it wasn't like, oh my god, orgasmic, but it wasn't like toilet bowl bad either.
I
Especially
Well,
Melina.
we all know about
Melina's the MVP.
I mean, do we need a twerking split off or a split twerk off?
And Mania, I would see that. I would like to see that at a random bar in Dallas WrestleMania weekend. Pay my
I
money
was
for
just
that.
gonna say that's something you don't want on WWE TV, but I don't mind seeing it
And,
on AEW or Impact.
and
And Alicia Fox, man,
yeah,
fucking yeah.
I was about to say that was your favorite part.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I love Alicia Fox.
And I enjoyed the Ivory moment. Somebody underrated that doesn't get her flowers.
No, the funniest moment was Nikki ASH just fucking molly-whopping Molly Holly. There can only be one superhero. He fucking beat the brakes off her head just for having a cape on. Like, god damn.
And
It's
of
because
course,
she is a superhero and she can't make it as a superhero.
I mean, I think the highlight is all the fans at home were chanting, jack it off for Sonya.
Whoever came up with that is a genius. I think
Thank you.
I'll pass the old man.
I know, man. Scooter, you need royalty checks, bro.
Alright, Becky Lynch versus Dewdrop for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch won in 13 minutes. Um, Honestly, kind of cold considering we just had a Royal Rumble match 5 minutes before, so there wasn't a lot of reaction to it. But
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, the sign caught
on
on
fire.
caught on fire in the match during the match.
what happened?
The WrestleMania sign caught on fire
Oh my
during
Yeah,
god!
because of the
during
pyro.
their match. Yep.
Uh,
So they had to pull it down, kick people out the section, get that shit fixed, and pull it back up.
I didn't hear that. Oh my god, that's insane.
And not to mention, it didn't make sense for that match to follow people probably were holding their shit for the whole hour for the Rumble.
Yeah, I got that. So they were just
So
put in a bad situation.
it was. It was
Yeah.
like follow Ronda returning after the Rumble. Well, that's where everybody's pretty much there for anyway. Then the fucking sign goes on fire.
Yeah.
It was like Murphy's Law in that bitch. Straight up.
And yeah, this is not the first time a WrestleMania sign is caught on fire.
I remember that, but
24.
24. Okay. Oh yeah, but Cena. Alright. Now we got Bobby Lashley defeating Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship in 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Not a 20-star match in the Tokyo Dome, but it got the job done, and it told the story of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And Lashley was just kind of used in the
Yeah.
situation.
Mm. Yeah, I seem to remember mentioning at the start of a certain remix, what if Paul Heyman turns? And
Rachel?
somebody was like, no. Who could that have been?
I said it,
Eh,
and then you denied me. You always deny me, Scooter. Why won't you accept me?
well, 'cause you Burger King your face, that's why.
I'm a feminist. I prefer Dairy Queen.
You're a sophisticated feminist?
I like Carnage.
I like Venom.
Well, good for you. You should consult a physician about that.
I'm so high, I have no idea what's going on.
Kaliko, get us out of this. What'd you think of the match?
I'm just trying to figure out what words were y'all gonna come up with that were oxymorons of each other. But anyways, uh, um, the match made my only problem with that match was it made Bobby look like it.
Punk
It
out.
made Bobby look like the afterthought and made him look weak, right?
Oh yeah.
In the system, and we knew it was gonna. We knew Brock was gonna lose it somehow. Um, I just thought it was just like, oh man, they could have made that match a little longer to highlight some of the athleticism. Cause fucking, I will put it like this: Brock tossing fucking Lashley around like a rag doll was fucking crazy, yo. Cause I wrestled in high school, and if you see the arc that fucking Brock gets on Lashley at 275, I'm like, holy shit, this dude is strong as fuck. Uh, and but Lashley gets the win with the help, and he's a two-time champion. The question is, what do they do with it? Because now it's a matter of Bobby's now going to have to fight Brock and four other motherfuckers in the chamber, and
By the way, that
it's,
Elimination Chamber is looking really good to me.
Oh. Oh,
the match itself or the pay per view.
The match itself.
the premium live event, first of all.
No, it's a pay preview. Ain't that right, Jay?
Yes. Always impressive.
Considering what went down last night on Smackdown, uh, with who Roman's opponent is going to be at Elimination Chamber, And
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it right now,
It's
but
Goldberg.
it's Goldberg.
Wait, Whoopi? Whoopi?
No, the goalie from the Mighty Ducks.
Ah, damn it. All right.
No, it's the tiny white kid on the Goldbergs.
Oh, I mean, it would have been dope if it was the other Goldberg.
But yes,
The bigger Goldberg. But I would like to see the Whoopi against him, though. I mean,
Whoopi. But yes, Roman and Goldberg at Elimination Chamber. At least now we know the definitive winner. But the good thing about this WWE Championship match is that our prediction was right. BL won.
Yes. And we could all agree that BL won, BL deserved to win, and that nobody else was going to win except BL. Right, next match up. Edge and Beth Phoenix defeated Miz and Maurice in 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
We also have to mention the fact that there was another match going on during this match. Maurice versus her wardrobe.
And who won that match?
yes.
Everybody else.
We all
The people.
The people.
Everybody won.
As somebody put it on Twitter, Maurice's ass keeps smiling at me. I mean, her having the friggin' Janet Jackson Super Bowl-esque nipple rings.
Oh, God.
Like, the fact that, she didn't use enough baby powder to prevent, that case of hungry pants.
Well, did not think that was what we were going to be talking about when we got to Edge and into this match, but there you go. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say. Men's Royal Rumble match. The winner, Brock Lesnar, in 51 minutes and 10 seconds. It wasn't a bad Royal Rumble. There's been worse, I feel, but it wasn't like the best either. But it seems like there was like a lot of rumor, innuendo, speculation, and controversy that surrounded this Royal Rumble. We'll get into all of that, but what was your thoughts on the match, Scooter?
Well, first of all, my heart goes out to Kofi.
Oh yeah.
The fact that the fact that he botched it, but the fact that they were attempting to try and cover it up.
There was no
And
way
if they-
you were going to cover that up.
Exactly, but if they had managed to get away with it, it still would have been. And then of course, hi Shane, bye Shane.
And this is Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to the Royal Rumble.
Honestly, Knoxville did better than a few people in this Rumble.
He ain't lying. He did a lot. His performance, his elimination performance, Jesus.
I mean the surprises as opposed to this. Yeah, Drew was a pleasant surprise. Bad Bunny, I was like, oh great, but
That was actually pretty interesting.
because he was actually holding his own, and it won me over. It won a lot of people over.
And he actually is in the middle of a tour. That's the key part. I'm like, this motherfucker stopped in the middle of a tour to fucking appear at the Royal.
But
And he took a F5 from Brock Lesnar. I mean, talk about, like, wow.
I can't. He's the best celebrity. He's the best celebrity wrestler ever. Can we just like give him the crown? He earned it. He earned that bitch.
The only thing I really wish that they did do in the Royal Rumble that they didn't was have number one, Johnny Knoxville, number two, Bad Bunny. That would have made my Royal Rumble. That would have been awesome to have the Royal Rumble start with two non-wrestlers.
I, I mean, then you have like Bad Bunny just pull out a couple of Coronas.
I know. I'm surprised Snoop wasn't in the fucking Rumble.
And of course, then there's that whole the the idea that Brock winning was a last minute booking decision, which some were reporting it was. The fact that the two top names to win it before they apparently decided to put Brock in, which was not the case, were Riddle and Randy.
Which kind of makes sense because if they're going to do a Riddle and Orton match at Mania, that that would be the catalyst
The,
to it.
yes,
That's what I thought he should have won Money in the Bank.
Yes.
the interesting thing though is when they break up Riddle and Orton, they want it to be for the title.
I mean, that makes
I think
sense.
Riddle's earned it. I think Riddle earned it.
If they don't do it at Mania, which it doesn't seem that they are, SummerSlam seems like a good place to settle it. If they pull the trigger on Riddle for Money in the Bank, have him cash in, and see where that goes. Essentially,
Unless Riddle, and this was what I thought he would do. It would have been dope if Riddle had a one Money in the Bank, Orton like coerces him into giving it to him. Thus, but it's kind of like the blind. What was it? The abusive, the abusive master to the pupil type of situation.
very true. And
I'm thinking WrestleMania heel turn for Randy.
That would make sense, but I kind of felt maybe go the other way, have Riddle turn on Randy, and truly have the master, the student outsmarted the master.
You can't make the pothead a heel. It's not believable.
They're too likable, damn it.
Yeah, they really are. It would be like, I don't know, someone who's pretending to be a superhero turning heel on somebody who is so naturally a heel.
That's
But his hot face.
Yep, yeah. Oh, you're right. Well, then you have the controversy with Shane McMahon. I don't even know where to begin with that, other than he got fired.
Shane McMahon to AEW confirmed.
You know what's funny? I saw a meme. You remember that movie, The Goodfellas? And when Joe Pesci came in because he thought he was going to be a main man,
Then he gets shot in the back of the head.
they said that was Shane. They said that was Shane McMahon on Monday to his dad. Like, hey, Dad, are you coming to? You wanted to see? You want to see me? Oh, that would make my day.
Well, let's talk about that. What the hell happened to Shane McMahon?
So supposedly, he had after being gone for so long, he apparently had a hand in producing the men's Rumble. He competed, but then faced a lot of backstage criticism for how he took charge of the match and essentially tried to make the match about him, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Which is coming from a guy that literally drew himself off of a 20-foot cell to put somebody else over.
Uh,
Twice.
and the fact that it's got to do with Bad Bunny, and it was
more of a Migos fan?
this was apparently was apparently so like like detrimental to the WWE that this is gonna have like ripple effects. They were saying, plus, oh God, like, and then it would have ended up with like with Bad Bunny and negative press. Uh, um, like most likely that Shane was apparently going to be like the one who eliminated Bad Bunny, and he was going to like essentially try and make him look like a bitch. And there's there is so much to this. The fact that he wanted to wrestle Austin Theory at Mania for his father's affection, and then there was the.
Let me ask you this: Is this actually a storyline that the kayfabe based on?
No. This is not a work at all. They are essentially pretending that Shane wasn't even in the Rumble. They're not mentioning him. They're not going to mention him anymore. There's also a rumor about that Shane wanted to lead the Hall of Fame class.
These rumors are getting kind of ridiculous, right, Flicker?
They are. They absolutely are.
Two things. It's not a work because of all people who's defending him, it's Braun Strowman. Go figure, right? Braun Strowman is defending Shane McMahon in real life, telling him to come out and control your narrative. So, that part. Two, I wouldn't have been surprised if he tried to do some shit to try to make it a Bad Bunny Shane McMahon match at Mania. That doesn't surprise me at all. But and thirdly, Triple H has to be somewhere like You kick me out for this shit? Like,
For all
you're
we,
trying to exodus me for this shit?
yeah, for all we know, Shane is the reason Triple H had heart problems.
I know, fuck it. It has this hostile work environment. Like, shit.
It's kind of just bizarre how the story is taking a life of its own.
You know, kind of like the Royal Rumble where people thought Moose and DDP and MJF and CM Punk was going to be in the Rumble.
And JYD
Yeah, I know. And Yokozuna and
Oh,
fucking.
they got the Ouija board out.
and
Like,
Yoko Ono and
yeah, Yoko
Was Yoko Ono more like the Women's World Rumble than Yokozuna?
why not at this point?
Yoko Ono might not make the ramp, and you over here.
Oh my god, did she break up the McMahon family?
She might have.
That big.
We might have to dig into that.
Let's get into the winner, Brock Lesnar. You seemed unsurprised when it happened, Rico?
No, as I was telling, and it's funny, and Scooter, hear me out on this, right? And I've been told James this a little earlier. You can follow each year, with the exception of 2020, with a theme of the Royal Rumble winners. So, 2018, right? Asuka and Nakamura. That was like Japanese night. That was like Asian night, homie.
You're gonna
It's
tell
like
me UFC?
UFC night. Yep. Because what did I tell you? What would be the bigger headline? Two former UFC heavyweight, especially at a time when UFC is in so much turmoil over contracts, over pay, over the way that they treat the fighters. I wouldn't have been surprised if they had just did that as a FU to Dana White. We got two of your stars and we made them more mainstream than you'll ever do.
Alright, I can see that.
And keep in mind, 2019 was Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch couples night. 2021 was Edge, Bianca Belair, old school, new school. And then 2020 was Drew and Charlotte, which was like, I don't know.
The Chosen Ones night?
Yeah, you know what? Chosen night.
There you go. You got that.
There you go. You got. See, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'll take my check in the mail.
Scooter, you seemed really upset that Brock won when we actually covered the show. Has your opinion changed on the matter since?
No, and it it it, it would have been better had the, it not been such easy pickings for Brock.
What doesn't do hard hitting
What are you talking about? Bad Bunny was a formidable punk.
I mean, it makes sense that they left that Drew was the last man. And it's just like, okay, Brock now sets the record for most amount of years between Rumble wins. And
Is
it's
it the first time a champion lost their belt and then entered the Royal Rumble and won it?
That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
Please.
Angle.
Angle never won a Rumble.
No, 2004, Angle lost the title match and then entered the Rumble.
No, Angle
Still
was
lost.
not champion in 04.
Loses the title, enters the Rumble, wins the Rumble. That's a first.
Yes, that is
it is,
first.
yeah.
It's
Rock
not,
out here setting all kind of records. Shit.
it's not the first time somebody has lost a championship match and entered the Rumble.
No, it's not.
Right. No, it's not. But this is the first time they actually came in and won the bitch.
Ooh, one. Ooh, he won. Which bitch did he win? No.
Alright. Everything said and done. Nico, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
I'm same way, two ways. If you're a casual fan, this was thumbs up. If it was a hardcore fan, he was probably more thumbs down because it was predictable. Me, I would say between 3/4. And the reason I say that because that first match set the fucking tone, and that is the match of the year. I don't give a fuck what nobody. Count your chickens. That was the match of the year. Best storytelling, best action, best history, best callbacks, everything.
Alright. Scooter, thumbs up.
Take that, Dave Meltzer.
Scooter, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Despite how I felt, I will say thumbs up.
Word. Look at you. That's big balls on you, sir.
Well, that's a medical condition. I have to get that checked.
Consult the physician.
When, honestly, was this the most memorable Royal Rumble in history? Probably not. But the storytelling, there was some really good matches. The storytelling was off the chart. And everything that they did do did kind of make sense. Which is, of course, for WWE. So
that's what the fuck is the point. What's the fucking point?
So, my opinion, thumbs up.
Word. Y'all better watch out, man. AEW fanboys might beat y'all ass, catch y'all in the parking lot. Y'all better.
It's the first time that we all agreed on a thumbs up preview. Or event, special live event. Or
you want to know why? Because everything they did, regardless whether we liked it or not, made fucking sense. That's all we asked for. We just asked for it to make it make sense. Shit.
So you're saying that people will accept things as long, even if they don't like it, as long as they make sense, it's okay.
That's the bar for me. How does this make sense? That's the first thing I think of. But they do some ranko ass shit. I'd be like, okay, why are they trying to do this? What is the purpose of this? And they made it. They didn't overcomplicate it, right? They made it simple. It's simple storytelling.
It wasn't convoluted,
and that's
as usually.
It wasn't convoluted. It wasn't like they could get away with PG friendly, even PG, if they make it make sense. And you know what? As much as we give WWE hell about like Raws and shit, I think if they don't have to deal with the constructs of commercials, they could have fucking bangers. I think they do so much to try to appeal. Like I told you, WWE is for the stockholders, homie, and that's the problem. They're too busy trying to get their shit in, get everybody else's shit in,
Right.
and they're spinning too many plates because they're trying to spin the plate of Fox, and then they're trying to spin the plate of fucking Universal, and then it's like, fuck, will you let them have time to breathe and do the shit and get the shit done?
Alright. That'll conclude our coverage of the Royal Rumble and this episode in its entirety. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Wednesday as we interview Becca and Hayden Louvo. And follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling with Entertainment. No, at Wrestling with E. Yes, that's correct. And follow us individually as well. I am at JamesJ993. Where can they find Kaliko?
I know my perfect Royal Rumble picks got you over there stuttering, James. You can find me at with my perfect 2 picks for 2022 at I Am Kaliko. I could just do this all day. Just bask in my glory. Rest in peace, Keith. He ain't dead yet before he died.
I was just gonna say, he's not dead. And where can we find Scoodle?
Well, they can find me blowing up Georgia. Now they can find me kicking that Stanhausen, and you can find me on Twitter at Scooter Dust. And of course, with the remix, next time we come to you is with Elimination Chamber. It's Saudi Arabia. The real match is whether or not they'll be able to escape Saudi Arabia. And of course, on Twitch, along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan, twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
Not so easy, is it?
No, and for the record, you can blow up Georgia, just don't blow up Atlanta. How about that?
No. I'm gonna start with Smyrna and work my way to Atlanta.
Nah, I mean Atlanta and Athens. Just leave them two alone, and anything else can go.
You heard that? Get Athens.
And of course, for the remix, the Elimination Chamber, the real match is whether or not we will be awake to cover it.
Well, it's in the afternoon, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Bring back the 2 for 2 Big Macs, damn it.
Fuck Ronda Rousey.
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.